Hi, thank you for joining us for Loving the Artist Within. Today, we're back with Shane Maynard. Shane is a creative coach. She is an artist. She is a poetry mentor. She is founder of Guerilla Poets, a nonprofit art collective with branches in the US and the UK. Currently, she is the spoken word and artist teaching instructor for the Harvey B. Gantt Center, Henderson High School, and Playing for Others. She was the youngest poet ever to be inducted into the Poetry Council of North Carolina. She has been recognized as a national poet, performing with Respect the Mic Slam Team from 2017 to 2020. She is going to talk about her book, her why, and her superpower. You don't want to miss this. We had such a great interview. It was an hour long, and I didn't want to cut anything out. So I'm going to break this up into a couple of interviews. So we have, everything that we need from Shane. So now we're going to talk about her book.
Yes. So I actually have it here beside me. Yes. So this is it. Devine Disturbances. It's my second poetry book. The book is about the years where I had adrenaline disorder. And adrenaline disorder is when your body is caught in fight or flight for too long. And it was a rough 5 years of my life. But all the poems in the book are about disturbances. They're about either disturbances within myself or me causing a disturbance or seeing disturbances happen in other people, whether it's subtly or whether it's like a man is cussing out a clerk in line. The point of the book is to get people to understand that whenever someone is like going off, not being their best self, or breaking down, either publicly or trying not to publicly, those are the moments that offer us the opportunity to practice grace and to connect to our humanity. When I was going through adrenaline disorder, everything was a disturbance inside my body. My mother was dying. My cat died. I was in a relationship I had been in for 3 years was ending unexpectedly. Like, so many outside disturbances were happening too, as well as within my body. So it's only natural that I started seeing disturbances everywhere. So a woman might walk by with a winced face because she's trying to hold back tears. She's trying not to cry, and she's like walking on Trade and Tryon Street. She just got through with a business meeting or something, and everybody else, like, they don't see it, but I caught it. It's like I saw disturbances everywhere, and at the time I thought I was writing about other people. And it wasn't until I put the book together when I realized, wow, these are all the moments that led to my healing to where I am now. Like, the book is just as much about me as it is all these other people I wrote about. And I remember being in Amelie's and Noda and just bawling, crying, like, just in the middle. It was one of the tables that was in the middle of and I had all the poems laid out, like on the table, and I was just like like, and that's what really drove home the point of the book. Like, these are the moments that make us, and they are divine. So if the next time you're out somewhere and you see somebody going off, just remember that's a divine moment. There's an underlying need, and that's like a showcase of our humanity. It's an unveiling. It's an opportunity to reach in and connect. Yeah, so that's what the book's about.
I can't express how your story is inspirational, it's validating, it's passionate, it's energetic, it's healing, and it really is a testament to find your purpose. And I think that is just incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I always tell people, like, if you want to know what your purpose might be, look at the dark times, because look at the dark times and look at what upsets you, right? Like, so if you get upset about something, there's something there, there's something in there that you care very deeply about, and it might not even be the thing that you're getting upset about. It might even be something else underneath that. A lot of times it is. Uh, but look at where your pain points were, because that's whatever you gained out of that, whatever helped you get to where you are here, instead of falling into that hole. That's something that someone out there who's going through the exact same thing needs. And I tell people all the time, like, everybody has a story, and everybody's story matters on some level. I don't care if the only thing that ever exciting happened to you is that you stubbed your toe on a desk. There's something there is something that this world needs that you have, that is your unique perspective, that is your unique way of saying it. It doesn't matter if other people have said it before. There's a unique spin on it that only you have, and that's what's going to get through to someone else. I tell people all the time, you cannot take a taco to France and call it a croissant. This is why we have different perspectives. This is why we have, because you're not going to reach everybody, but you're going to reach the people that no one else could reach them, because you were meant to reach them. And yeah, look at where you were the lowest. Look at, and don't weigh hells. You can't weigh hells. Your worst day, you cannot compare that to another person's worst day, because that is all you've ever experienced. So don't get caught up in, well, I don't know if this is important enough. Like, it's part of your story, it's part of your lineage, and that thread makes the human story, all of us, the collective. It makes that tapestry. So it matters. If that thread wasn't in there, then we have a hole and everything unravels, right?
Yeah.
So look at the moments in your life where you were like, man, I was not doing well, and what got you out of it. How can you heal that, and what's there that you can help heal others? Can you join a group and talk about how, like, oh yeah, I get it, I did that because of this too, so that other people don't feel so alone. There is always something there that will lead you to purpose.
Yeah. What is your superpower? I mean, I know
Oh,
I can like name like 5,000 just in the past hour. What would you consider your superpower or superpowers?
yeah, that's a hard one for me. I know empathy, definitely. The empathy also gets me in trouble, and I end up being a people pleaser. And I was just talking to someone last night about that. I'm working on that. That's another little thing that comes up, that life practice. You got to keep working on it. Because I don't want anybody else to hurt, because I take on their emotion, and I'm like, now I'm hurt because you're hurt, and then there's guilt, like, well, I caused the hurt, when really I'm not responsible for your emotions.
Mm-mm.
I need to, so I'm very grateful. Um, my ability to be empathetic for people, and really have that human connection, is the reason why I'm such a good teacher. And I know that, but there's also boundaries that I also have to put in place, so I don't take on other people's emotions and their trauma. And so I've learned some tools for that. Uh, my other superpower that I think has really saved my life, and I teach it to adults who come to me for poetry mentoring, it's hyper focus, the ability to hyper focus. It has led me to be prolific. It has led me to find joy and beauty in everything. Um, but it came from trauma. It came from, as a kid, like, hyper focusing into something and, like, escaping or whatever. Or when you're raised around an alcoholic family, and I love my family, I'm not trying to say that there was, like, it was hell all the time, but you know something can switch like this, like, so you had to be very hyper aware of subtle facial expressions, everything like that, because you don't know when someone's about to pop off because they're drunk. And even though that came from trauma, it has been such a beautiful ability to have. And I'm so grateful for it, because I wouldn't be the poet that I am. I wouldn't be the artist that I am if I wasn't able to be hyper aware and hyper focused into things, like, and fall in love with street lights, and, like, and just, like, be able to pick up on something and then dive into it. And it's one of my favorite things to do. And yeah, I love it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, and just for being here, and for being in the world, and for helping so much. Until next time.
Okay, bye. Have an awesome day.
You too. Bye. Thank you so much for watching Loving the Artist Within. I hope to see you soon. If you need help, reach out. If you need creative content, I'm here. I mix intuitive creative coaching with my 25 years of experience with film and television production. And I can help transform your story, your brand, your creative ideas, your superpowers. Let me know if you need anything. flatbreadforlife.com.